When I was diagnosed with cancer last year, I was asymptomatic. I felt great. I wouldn't have found out if I didn't do a voluntary screening. Take charge of your health, go to the doctor, be proactive with your health.
There's a 1 in 8 chance that a woman will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. And for Black women, we're more than likely to be diagnosed before the age of 50. Head to BaptistHealth.net right now to schedule your mammogram and be on the proactive side of care. Mammograms save lives.
Miami, the most generous city in the nation, November 20th. Give Miami Day is your opportunity to stand with the thousands of nonprofits that support our community. Visit GiveMiamiDay.org to donate. Early giving begins November 15th. What will you give Miami? Make Miami the most generous city in the nation, November 20th. Give Miami Day is your opportunity to stand with the thousands of nonprofits that support our community. Visit GiveMiamiDay.org to donate. Early giving begins November 15th. What will you give Miami? Make Miami.
This was awesome. Thank you for tuning in.
What's up, Hollow News family? Look, I'm small on the side. What's up, Hollow News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast, our show. We talk to dope people in the community doing dope things, and we talk about hot topics and news of the day. Today is a very special show because, as y'all can see, I'm about 2 hours early than our regularly scheduled 5:30 p.m. time. And that's because I was invited to a really special dinner. Hey, what's up, Court Digger? What's up, Auntie Lori? I see you in the comments. Hey. What's up, Tontis? Y'all make sure y'all share this with people. Y'all, we're a little bit earlier, so I'm interested to see how many people come in and watch today. But I had to come on early because I was debating and I was like, should I go to this dinner? And I'm like, yeah, I should go to this dinner. So we were invited to Pharrell Williams' Black Ambition, So Ambitious dinner tonight. It's the kickoff event for the Black Ambition weekend. They have this dinner tonight. They have a fireside chat with Pharrell Williams and Melody Hobbs. Tomorrow they're covering that. They also have an entrepreneurial forum going on that you guys should definitely attend. And we have Felecia Hatcher on the show today, along with Latoya Stewart, who's going to tell us all about those events. So yeah, I was like, I gotta go to this event. It's going to be great networking. There are going to be investors there. We could do I hope we could do some content. They're like, you're invited. So shout out to Suzanne McDowell, who made sure that I'm in the room and I'm in these places. She made sure that we're part of demo day and we're covering that. And she like hit me up yesterday and was like, hey, can you make tomorrow? And I was like, yeah, hell yeah, I can make tomorrow. I was like, we just got to move the show around. So shout out as well to my producer, Ashley J, who got things done earlier than usual to get things done. Yeah, tell Pharrell I said, what's up? I will. I hope I get to meet him. Hey, what's up, Claudette? I'm your millennial. I'm here. Hey. Yeah, so I'm really excited about this dinner tonight and seeing who's going to be in the building. And I want to be able to get more invites to things like this. There was actually a dinner or event with Dwayne Wade a couple of weeks ago that I could not make it to because I was out of town. So also too, while you guys see me in Miami more, you're going to, see me constantly more in Miami. It's because of opportunities like this that come up that I don't want to miss. And I'm in the process of networking and building Hollow News. And I want certain people to know who we are in the community and in the business community specifically. So yeah, I'm excited about this dinner tonight. I'll be reporting back next week on what it's about. And yeah, y'all, I'm glad that y'all are in here watching with us today. So we still have a really good show. I wanted to make sure that we came on and did the show because I could have just been like, let's cancel it. But I was like, no, we're going to do the show. We're going to do it live. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a cool opportunity. So I was like, I got to take advantage of it, right? So that's why we on here a little bit early. But y'all make sure y'all give me some love in the comments, like, share, tell people that we're on early. Also to Replay Gang, I always appreciate y'all. We're averaging between 500 and 1,000 views per episode. So that's great. Also too, y'all hit that like button. If you're watching on YouTube, we're trying to get to our first level monetization, which is 500 subscribers where we can get super chats. And we're at 375. So we're more than halfway there. And we just started this show in March. So, wow, y'all, less than a year and we've been growing. So y'all make sure y'all keep sharing and liking the show. So, yeah, I'm trying to think about, something else I got y'all at the top of the show. I just wanted to just talk a little bit about just growth, like people, this has been a very, very stretching season. And I think this is just something in the atmosphere right now because I mean, I'm gonna just say what it is. It's Donald Trump. He has thrown the economy out of whack and people are struggling and hurting in a way that they haven't before. And it's just everybody's feeling it, whether you're somebody who's, feeling it financially or not. Like it's just an energy that he's thrown to me, the whole United States. And as a byproduct, the country, the world into as well. So I just, been talking to my friends and therapists and just people about growth and stretching in this time. And I just feel like this is a season to like really dig in and to really push yourself to challenge yourself, to grow, to be uncomfortable, to face certain challenges, whether that's in your business or whether that's professionally in your career, whether that's with personal relationships. I feel like because this time is a stretching time, when you come out on the other end of those seasons, you see the reward in it, And I just really been in that space as well right now. And I'm just, grateful for the learning lessons that I'm getting. It's not always the fun time that I want it to be, but I'm grateful for this season that I'm in, and all the things that I'm learning and growing and pushing myself to be. And I'm loving where High Low News is as I in this stretching period as well. Even though the economy is really tough right now, like our opportunities for growth are there. And so I'm just going to dig in and keep stretching myself and keep doing what I need to do to make our business grow. So I just wanted to tap on that. Glad they got something done to end the shutdown. Same. And I'm just, wanted to tap on that a little bit before we got into the show, because that was on my heart and on my spirit. And I hope that is something that is, encouraging somebody out there who is also too in a transitioning, stretching place where they're pushing themselves to grow, challenge themselves to just keep going. Because on the other side of that is acceleration and new heights and new opportunities. So yeah, let's get into the show. The first thing on our runner show is we're talking about government shutdown. Shout out to Tantas in the comments who kind of called it out. And this is something that we did, even though they're in the process of, ending the government shutdown. The uncomfortable season is uncomfortable stretching season is definitely worth it on the other side. Amen. That's right, Tammy. Thank you, Court Digger, for the fire. We're going to figure something out, Court Digger. We got to figure out which one of your clients to get on the show, what interview. We're going to figure that out. People can actually eat now. Yep, that part. And so as I just wanted to just show this, even though, the government shutdown is coming to an end, High Low News wanted to do our part. So this past weekend, we created and curated this guide of government shutdown resources for people. But I also feel like this, and I'm gonna just put the link in the chat for anybody. These things are ongoing, some of these services. So the next time people are going through things, or just in general, because things are still tight out there, please share this resource guide with people, because there are things in there about like farm shares and bill assistance and housing assistance and mental health assistance. So these are things that go past the government shutdown. So I want you guys to share that with the community. And this is something that we put together for just the people that I was like, we as the editorial team need to do something where people can know that we're here as High Low News. And so as things like this come up in the future, hopefully there won't be another shutdown, but we see what politics is. But I'm going to make sure that we're getting ahead of these things and putting together guides like this for the community. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all share this guide. We broke it down by food resources, health resources, and just miscellaneous resources that we found where maybe people like donations for, different products or different items. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all get into that. And that's on the High Low News website. But thank God that the government shutdown is coming to an end. Thank you, Tantas. I see you. I see you. So another story, or the next story on the Runner Show, is we talking about the government shutdown. Now, let's see what these people got going on. I'm gonna play a little video for y'all. Girl, come on the thing. Here you go. It may be something with the video, so let's see.
Welcome to Milam's. When you want the very best for you and your family, you gotta come to Milam's Markets. For over 40 years, your neighbors at Milam's Markets have been committed to better quality, better variety, and better service. From well-marbled steaks to garden fresh produce, we make grocery shopping an experience you'll enjoy. Milam's Markets. Experience the difference. Visit one of our 6 locations in South Florida or order online at milamsmarkets.com.
10 News starts right now.
Also, talk at 5 o'clock. The end is in sight for the longest government shutdown in U.S. history.
The Senate-backed funding bill is now in the hands of the House, and members are set to start voting any minute now. And Local 10's Ross Katsky live on Capitol Hill tracking the vote and speaking exclusively with South Florida lawmakers. Ross.
Well, good evening, guys. That voting is expected to begin soon here on Capitol Hill. Democrats expected to largely vote against this short-term funding bill. That's because it does not extend those Affordable Care Act tax subsidies that have really been at the heart of their demand since the beginning of this government shutdown back in the beginning of October. But Republicans hold the majority in the House, and it does appear at this hour that they will have the votes to get the short-term funding bill passed and sent to President Trump's desk to end the shutdown.
We're going to stop it here because I'm getting I see word, and this is, we made this yesterday, this run of show. So the government shutdown has ended. I'm going to read what Claudette said, because that's what I heard as well, just to, be up to date with what's going on. The government shutdown has ended, and it's only for 69 days. I saw that as well. We'll be back in the same spot, possibly in the same in January. And so, yeah, let's keep sharing those resources, because who knows what's going to happen in the next 60 to 90 days. And I think that, unfortunately, tax credits for health insurance was not included in this. So as an entrepreneur, I use the Affordable Care Act to get my health insurance. And so I'm not looking forward to what this is going to look like. And let's also, too, can I give y'all an aside on how this, like, the government shutdown is like personally affecting me, and also to just this, the current administration with these tariffs. I went to get brakes on my car yesterday or the day before yesterday, and I got a Jetta, a Volkswagen Jetta. So my car is foreign. Okay, whatever. But it's 2017. But it's paid off. She paid her car off. And so I went to get some brakes, and my brakes cost almost $1,000 to get the pads, 4 pads, 2 rotors, and a flush. And mind you, my car needed to be serviced. And as y'all know, going back and forth, traveling between here and Charlotte and just being out of town, I don't drive my car a lot. So it sits, and I knew that I need tires, I needed brakes and things like that. And so when I went to the Jetta dealership and they quoted me some astronomical number, I was like, hell no, I'm not going to do this. Tonsis, he helped me, call around South Florida to find different places to get my brakes done. And child, the cheapest place was this place I went to, and it cost $800, and I'm gonna tell y'all, $840 to get my brakes done. I said, these better be the brakes of God. These better be the brakes. These better be they better be gold plated. They better be made out of diamonds. $840. I was so pissed. I was so mad. I needed comfort food. And y'all know I've been on my workout tip lately. I had to go eat some fried chicken and fries. I was like, I need some comfort food. I need some happy food, because I just paid all this money for these brakes. And I can't believe this is what products are right now. So I asked the guy, I said, why does it cost so much? And he said, and I said, is it because of the tariffs? And he said, yeah. He said everything doubled, especially in the last 3 to 4 months. Everything doubled. I said, are you kidding me? That's one less trip I could take. There's a place I wanted to go this year, and now I can't take that trip because I had to put it in my goddamn car. I almost said, just keep the car. You can keep the car. I'm going to get me a bicycle. I'm going to get me some skates. I'm going to fucking use my feet. I was like, I can't believe I had to pay that much money. And here's the thing, I still need to go get tires and my headlight. I got my headlight replaced, but I need the halogen light replaced and some other stuff to my car. And I'm like, I don't even want to get those things that ain't going to stop the car from working at this point, because I'm not spending no more money in that Jetta. I don't care. Like, I'm so mad. That's all the money that I haven't been paying on my car note, all down into the brakes. Because my car note wasn't nothing. My car note was $275. Because when y'all girls are saying y'all was paying $400, $500, $600 for a car note, I said, oh no, ma'am. And at one point I wanted a new car, but I am not getting a new car. God, please keep Jetta. keep Janae's Jetta rolling and going, because I'm not getting no new car. I don't care. She paid off. I'm proud of myself for paying something off that was a high ticket item. And I'm not doing it no more. But that is just the effect of this. We talk about government shutdown, this administration, like real world people. And honestly, to me, I was like, thank God I'm in a position to be able to pay for it. But I cannot imagine people who out here or who are living below the poverty line, who are check to check, who don't have support, who don't have partners, who may be single parents. How are y'all affording this? I mean, I'm not rich by no means, but I eat out every day. I don't cook. So, so I'm somebody but I don't have kids, right? So I get to do these things. But even still, I'm like, if I had kids, I don't even know what we would be eating, beans and canned food. I just don't know how people are surviving. So when you see people in these government shutdown lines and these food pantry lines and they long, you see them with their kids, it's real out here, because I'm feeling it. And I'm not really feeling it, but I'm feeling it. So I can't even imagine somebody where money is an issue if they had to pay $800 for some break. That's effing insane. So yeah, y'all, this is why I be talking about voting. People think it don't affect them. It affects our everyday life. Like literally. And here's the thing, I'm mad because I voted for the other side and I'm still being affected. So people don't realize that. And even too, when you don't participate, it's a vote for the other side. I'm just so sick of y'all. I'm sick, just please. But you know what? And shout out to Funky Don Even. Y'all know I quote him all the time. I love him and I watch his show on YouTube. And so he was saying that he feels like we're in a process where things have to get torn down and people have to really suffer to see that they need to start voting in their best interest. And when we say people, we talking about white people, poor white people who vote against their own best interest, their own self-interest in the name of white supremacy and being ahead and being anti gay people or trans people or pro-life and all this other stuff. You need to be looking at the economic side of it, because at the end of the day, what somebody do in their bedroom with their body is none of your business. That ain't going to affect your bottom line. But we all suffering when they take away the healthcare tax credit. We all suffer when the government is shut down because we have Republicans who and Democrats fighting because they can't pass a bill. We all suffer, okay, when tariffs are put on our products and we paying triple and quadruple the price. I'm like, I'm still mad about them 800. I could go out there. I swear to God, I could have. When I say I ain't never giving up that car, I'm gonna ride it down to the gristle, okay? Them $800. Sorry, y'all. I just had to share that because I was so mad. Yeah, the tax credit wasn't included. So, and here's the thing, because I had the tax credit, I was able to get a higher level of insurance. Now I'm gonna have to go down because, to keep me at the same level of what I was paying, I'm gonna have to get less insurance coverage, I'm sure, and I'm hoping that I can afford something in the on the marketplace, the healthcare marketplace, because I've been, getting that tax credit since I was an entrepreneur. So I don't even know. Child, I just need to hurry up and get married so I could get on somebody health insurance. Tontis, somebody need to put me on the thing. Put me on y'all health insurance. Who want to marry me? Put me on your health insurance. Who got good benefits out there? Moving right along, y'all. Next on the run of the show is FEMA approves a $608 million reimbursement for alligator Alcatraz. This is another story on High Low News. So let's get into it. Girl, I don't know what's up with the StreamYard want to move so slow today. She gonna make me fight her. So the feds approved $608 million reimbursement to Florida for alligator Alcatraz. Let's get into this alligator Alcatraz detention facility. FEMA conducting spending review. This is done by our hard news reporter, Gabby Reed. Shout out to her and our whole editorial team out there. So let's get into this. According to the Associated Press, the federal government has approved a $608 million reimbursement to Florida for building and operating a controversial immigration detention facility in the middle of Everglades. As a site labeled Alligator Alcatraz and built under Governor Ron DeSantis' direction. The recent decision confirmed by the Department of Homeland Security has reignited backlash from civil rights group, environmental advocates, and the Miccosukee tribe, who argue that the facility violates both ecological and human rights. In August 2025, the U.S. District Judge ordered the facility shut down within 60 days, ruling it violated federal environmental laws. U.S. Representative Frederica Wilson applauded the decision in a decision in a statement. It was cruel, careless, and destructive from the start and should have never been built. I'm glad it's closing, and we must never repeat the mistakes made at this facility. However, though the approved reimbursement isn't final, the Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, must still review Florida spending before releasing funds, as that could trigger a full environmental impact statement, which state has so far avoided. So Florida is getting, to me, positively rewarded for negative behavior. So, child, I'm just glad the Alligator Alcatraz is closed, because that was a travesty in the first place. But the fact that they finna get reimbursed $608 million, child, and we could use $608 million. Floridians could use that money, giving that back to the state for spending that out. Child, please. But y'all get into that full article on the High Low News website for more details. Y'all know we try to get y'all up to date on what's going on in Florida. Oh, you talk about the benefits. And the people that are refusing to provide the tax credit have some of the best insurance in the planet. And let's be clear, that part, let's talk about, come on now, the people who are, what she's saying, and shout out to Claudette. I ain't gonna give her tea. I don't know if she want me to tell y'all what she do, but she know what she talking about when it comes to the government, okay? And the elected officials get really great health care. And let's be clear, they health care and they benefits didn't stop going while this government shutdown was going. So I want y'all to Google who represents you in Congress and in Senate, okay? And demand that they do better by you. All of that stuff is Googleable. I wish we should start, you know what we should do? And High Low News should probably facilitate it. We should hold a workshop to teach people how to be bugs to their elected official. And I want to do it down from the dog catcher up to the president, because all of this stuff is public knowledge. You could write letters, you could petition, but maybe I need to teach the people how to be on people's back about what they want. That may be an event we may do, because y'all need to write them. Y'all need to be in their comment section, DM them, email them, showing up to city council meetings, government meetings. Be there speaking during public comments. Be a itch on their ass, okay? Be on their back, because if anything we learned about this government shutdown is what Michael Jackson say, they don't really care about us. They not really thinking about us. And the Democrats, y'all finally got a backbone, but had y'all had that backbone before the November election and started fighting and campaigning and doing grassroots efforts to turn out the vote, then we wouldn't be here with me having tariffs to pay $800 for some brakes. And I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Yeah, scam. That sounds like a great idea. Teach the community. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what activating for High Low News will look like in the future. Y'all know what? And let me just put it out here now, because I totally forgot. But we're going to create a flyer and promote it. So next Friday, November 21st, we're going to be doing our first Can We Talk podcast live at the Coast Space at 7 p.m. We're calling it a media mixer. And what I'm going to do is provide a forum, and we're going to record it as an episode for the Can We Talk podcast. But we are encouraging people to come in person. And I'm going to have that flyer out soon for y'all, right? But just letting y'all know now that next Friday, November 21st at 7 p.m. at the Coast Space, in partnership with the Coast Space and the Miami-Dade Economic Advocacy Trust, MD, we're going to host open panel discussion on how small businesses and nonprofits could take advantage of local media to amplify their brand and their messaging. And so for me, I just want to do this as a labor of love for the community. I want to be able to teach people how to work with High Low News and other Black-owned media and local media. I'm going to invite some of my colleagues as well who are publishers in this industry, so that you guys could talk one-on-one about what that looks like, and so that you could take advantage of the media outlets that we have here. There's over 20 members in the and BOMA, which is the Black-Owned Media Alliance that I'm a member of, the Miami Times, MIA and Legacy Magazine, The Culture, Video Mix TV, Jamaicas.com, Island TV. There's so many different media outlets that are part of this organization that I think the community doesn't know about. And so I want to use this as an opportunity to connect those dots and let them know that we're here and that we want to tell your stories and we want to have a better working relationship. And so we're going to actually shoot 2 episodes during that mixer. It's going to be networking. You guys get to talk face to face with the decision makers of these media outlets. But I want to be able to help and give back to nonprofits and local businesses and teach y'all how to amplify y'all messaging, because a lot of times I actually did an interview today and it's going to be coming out in partnership with MD. And I interviewed an entrepreneur. Her name is Nicole from Anointed Flowers and Gift Shop. Sorry if I messed that up, Nicole, but she's a florist and she's an MD grant winner. And she said she's seen Halo News and she follows us, but she didn't know that she could reach out to us to get her story told. And I was like, really? I'm like, I feel bad that still the community doesn't know that they could reach out to us and be featured on our platform in so many different ways, from social, the email newsletter, our website, this podcast. And so this is what this workshop next week, or this live recording, which is also kind of going to be a workshop that we're going to do at the Coast Space next week on November 21st. So y'all stay tuned. I'm going to put out the flyer, but just definitely wanted to put that plug out there, and so that I could clip this up later and put it on social media. So I'll see y'all there next Friday at the Coast Space. Halo News is Can We Talk Live episode recording at the Coast Space, and it's going to be all about it's going to be all about how small businesses and nonprofits can use local media to amplify their brands. So yeah, had to get that commercial out. Thank you. Sounds like a great idea. Let me get through the contest. Yay live. Yes, Can We Talk Live? Our instance at training sessions where they went out and demonstrated nonviolently. People do not be trained and works and how to fight back. That's part. You're absolutely right. People don't understand that through the civil rights movement, they were training people on what to say, how to engage with the racist police and racist people of the community. They knew what to say. They knew how to move. It was strategic. People think it was just this random movement of people coming out saying we shall overcome. No, these people were educated and informed, and they knew what they needed to do. They knew how to write letters, and everybody had roles. There were different segments and groups of the civil rights movement where some people were over communications. They had lawyers. They had the young people who were going to march in the street. They were so strategic, and we got to get back to that. And what I'm looking forward to is the day is when there is a coalition across ethnicities and races where people are coming together, whether you Black, Hispanic, Asian, white, where we know that, hey, as a common core of people, especially people from a certain economic status, which all the broke people, no matter your race, we all need to come together and say, hey, we're going to fight together, and we're going to demand that we get the things that we need: healthcare, education, jobs, entrepreneur and small business resources, all of these things. And here's the thing: every time y'all see any leader try to talk about economics, they shoot them down. So y'all, I said it, but I may not have to lead it because I'm not trying to get shot. But that's, and honestly, if anybody watched Judas and the Black Messiah, I feel like that is why Fred Hampton was so dangerous to the United States government, is because he started building a coalition amongst poor whites, poor Hispanic people, and poor Black people. And he actually was like, I don't care if you racist, we both are tired of being poor. We need to link up. And he was reaching poor white people and poor Hispanic people and poor Black people and just Black people as a whole. And he was building a coalition, and them people were following him and they were listening to him, and they killed that man. And that just goes to show that it's economics over race any day. Yeah, y'all could get, we can not be segregated. Y'all could go to school with us. Yeah, y'all could stop sitting in the back of the bus. Soon as Dr. King said, hey, poor people's campaign, pow, pow, he had to go. But, you know, allegedly, I don't know all the facts. I'm just looking at the details of what it was. Who am I? I'm just a random person on the internet. But y'all take that and do with it what you want. Let's go. Our ancestors trained people before they protested. They have to be educated. Yes, I'm gonna put that together. Y'all just, as I start going out there in my activist bag a little bit more, y'all just pray for me, okay? Because people don't like when you start building poor people, when you start activating people and giving them the information on how economics and how to move out of their economic status. People don't like that. So y'all pray for me, but I just can't sit on the sidelines anymore. I got to do something because I'm paying $800 for breaks. So I feel like if more people know what I know, then maybe I don't have to pay $800 for breaks no more. The next story on the Runner Show is South Florida's cool mornings are coming to an end. Ooh, let's talk about this. This is a fun story, y'all, on the Runner Show. So add her to the stage. So let's read it. It was so small. South Florida starting Wednesday on cool note, though not as cold as Tuesday morning. Temperatures are in the low to mid 50s across Broward and Miami-Dade County, while Florida Keys are seeing lows in the 60s. This afternoon will bring pleasant conditions with highs in the mid 70s under partly sunny skies. Winds won't be as blustery as earlier in the week, but we will increase out of the northeast to 10 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Okay. And so things are starting to warm up this Thursday, which they did. So I actually work out in the mornings with I Can Fitness, and baby, when it was real cold, y'all. Hey, keepers. It was real cold. Was it Monday? No, Monday I slept in. Tuesday, it was brick. It was New York City cold. It was Chicago cold. I said, who weather is this? Let me see what y'all saying in the comments. Yes, Devin Graham was killed because he was United Portland. Yes, he was. Hey, keepers. What's up, Ibray? Hey, boo. But yeah, it was so cold. Who was freezing on Tuesday and yesterday and Wednesday? I was freezing. And here's the thing. I'm so mad. Oh, and Monday night I went out, and that's when the temperature really dropped. I said, I ain't know. I should have brought my peak coat. Because here's the thing. When I'm traveling from up north, I travel into Miami with a coat. So, but I never wear it when I'm down here. So I threw that thing all in the bag and was like, whatever, when I'm ready to fly back out, I'm gonna wear it. Child, I should have had that on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It was cold. And then Tuesday, it would not warm back up. Like I was actually out. That's when I had to pay the $1,000 for my breaks. I was actually out. And the day just was, even in the sunlight, it was still cold. I was freezing. Look, I don't come to Miami to be freezing like that, okay? I don't be coming here for none of that. I just came here for the sun and that's it. I didn't come here to be an icicle. Father Snow Miser, come get your weather because I don't want it. When I went out today, and it was still a little chilly, but I could still wear my sports bra and my tights or whatever. I didn't need a jacket over me or a long sleeve shirt because I was like, thank God. It still was a little windy, but once I started running, it warmed up. But baby, them 30s and 40s, it was like 50 in a day. I was like, oh girl, get this weather away from me. So I'm happy to see that it was started warming up. And I hope tonight not too bad because I'm going out, like I said, to this dinner. Shout out to the So Ambitious team who invited High-Low News to this dinner hosted by Pharrell Williams. It's a part of his Black Ambition weekend of events. And we got a special invite, private invite. The people said, don't you share this information with nobody else. Don't tell them where this dinner at. I said, I won't tell a soul, but I'm coming, right? But yeah, I'm hoping that it's not too cold tonight, but I have like a little thick little sweater dress that I'm gonna wear tonight. So hopefully if it's, if it's not too cold or whatever, it's like a dress that's in between that. If it's a little cool, I'll be okay without a jacket, but even if it's like Miami weather, I'm not gonna sweat to death, right? Let me see what y'all saying. It was 36 degrees in Orlando. 30 this today and Tuesday, 40. Wow, yeah. Our braid is in Orlando. Yeah, Orlando get cold. Orlando be like New York. I'm like, who weather this is? It'd be too cold in Orlando sometimes. It wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. Okay, Philly. You lived in Philly for a hot minute. Now you got cold-blooded. Now you cold-blooded. It was very cold. I was so mad. I felt like I was back in Charlotte, back in Connecticut. I was like, I don't like this. I don't come down here for this. 50 in South Florida is like Arctic to y'all. Did y'all leave the house? Do y'all even have heat in y'all houses? Boys, shut up. And shout out. I was talking to Councilman Reggie Leon. We actually work out in the same morning class at ICANN. And I was like, hey, I missed you today. He was like, it was too cold. I was not getting out this bed. So to your point, people don't be we don't like to leave the house when it's cold in Miami. I saw someone with earmuffs and gloves on too. I felt like I found my people. No, it was windy, and y'all know it's windy in Miami so too. So when it's cool, you got the wind blowing all through you like it's Chicago. I was so annoyed. What's this? Gloves? Too dramatic. Yes. Now gloves and earmuffs a little too much, but I definitely felt like I needed my peak coat. Heat miser, let snow miser have a day as per the agreement. Ooh, 31 in Savannah. Oh, I already know you feeling it, Auntie. I heard in Charlotte it was in the 30s too. Ooh, Auntie, y'all probably could be about the snow up there if it keeps staying that cold. Now, when Christmas time, when it's Christmas time and it's cool like that, it make it feel cozy and it make it feel like Christmas. So I like that when it's up north and it's cold. But it's November. Get out my face and don't do that in Miami. No, ma'am. Right. And Tammy, you calling like you forgot where you came from. Yeah, y'all. So it's warming up. I know all of us down here is excited about that. Next on the Run the Show, we have a very special guest interview today, and I want y'all to get into it. Felecia Hatcher and Latoya Stirrup are on the show today. So I'm going to play this interview. Oh, she's talking about not too much. And y'all get into it, okay? So here it is. My interview. It was pre-recorded earlier today, like literally 30 minutes before the show. So I'm wearing the same thing. So y'all get into it. And yeah, I'm going to be talking with y'all in the comments. What's up, Hello News family? Welcome to another episode of the Can We Talk podcast. Today we have some special guests in the building doing big things, and I'm excited to talk to them about Black Ambition and Demo Day and the Founders Day and all the events that are happening this weekend. So without further ado, I would love to welcome to the show friends of the show. They've been featured in Hello News a couple of times. I would love to welcome Felecia Hatcher and Latoya Stirrup. Hey.
Hey.
What's up? Let me get this off your head, Felecia, so the people can see both of us. There we go. There we go. What's up, ladies? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
No, thank you. I know you guys have very busy schedules, and this weekend is like full of a lot of fun events. So I just want to jump right in, and I'm going to start with you, Felecia. For anybody who's been under a rock, who has not been following you and Black Ambition, can you tell them what this organization is all about?
Yeah, the organization was founded 5 years ago by Pharrell Williams to close the opportunity and wealth gap for entrepreneurs, but specifically to create uninterrupted pathways to entrepreneurship and through entrepreneurship in order to create wealth in our communities. And we've done that in a few different ways, but the prize competition is usually what gets the most attention. And then we do provide programming in support of entrepreneurs, getting access to capital, connections, the resources that they need throughout the entire rest of the year. But the prize is a national search for really amazing entrepreneurs in the tech, healthcare, consumer goods, media, entertainment, and then AI space. And we look for those entrepreneurs. We take them through a cohort, like 3-month cohort style mentorship program. And then Demo Day, which is what we're in Miami to celebrate, is when we get to do the big check presentation to those entrepreneurs. And then our partners kind of wrap their arms around supporting them throughout the rest of the year.
Love it. And Latoya, you are one of the lucky founders who have been awarded the Black Ambition Prize. Can you tell us what that meant for your business, Cosmology? And tell us a little bit about the business too.
Yeah. So hi, everybody. Latoya Stirrup, co-founder of Cosmology. We're a sister-owned brand. So it's myself and my two sisters, Latasha and Latrice. And we design hair tools and accessories specifically for textured hair, but we address all hair types. So we are part of the 2022 cohort of Black Ambition, and we won the $100,000 prize, which was amazing. I want to say that year we were about to launch into Target, or we were in the process of getting into Target. So that money was right on time. When I tell you right on time, it was right on time. And Felecia and the team, they were just super supportive. As Felecia mentioned, there's a lot of programming that goes into Black Ambition. So there's pitch training, there's cohorts where you can really have deep dive conversations with other like founders, because there's so many different types of founders in Black Ambition. The cohorts really kind of allow them to sort of focus everybody around a similar type of a business, which makes it really easy. And the beautiful thing is that a lot of times out of Black Ambition, friendships are born. So a lot of the people that we met through Black Ambition, we're still very much in touch with today. And Black Ambition is the gift that keeps on giving. I mean, we won 3 years ago and we're still here, part of the program. And that's one of the things that I love most about Black Ambition, because a lot of the different like accelerators or grant programs that exist, once you get the check, that's kind of it. That's not the case with Black Ambition. So if you get into the program, lean into the program, be active, be a part of it, it's family.
Love it. Felecia, what can people expect this weekend when it comes to the programming and events that you guys have planned?
Yeah, so I mean, the first day kicks off with the So Ambitious Dinner, which we've done all across the globe. We're bringing it into Miami, but this time specifically for the entrepreneurs that are getting ready to step into their big moment with Demo Day, and then a room full of investors, community partners, and things like that. And in partnership with Iconic Capital, a large investment fund. They also like manage Pharrell's money, so like the entrepreneurs get like to understand like the person behind how he's been able to garner and to kind of generate the wealth and opportunities that exist. Like they get the firsthand experience with that. The next 2 days are open to the public, right? And so Demo Day is our big event. We've been doing it for 5 years. For the past 2 years, it's been New York. And I was just like, I gotta bring it to Miami. And so we've been able to bring it here to Miami. And it's, you know, it's part party, it's part celebration. It's also catalytic. And then it's all about us being as in a community and support of this really big moment for entrepreneurs. And so hopefully people are inspired. Hopefully people continue to invest in these entrepreneurs once they are introduced to them on stage. And then we have a really phenomenal conversation that we've been trying to make happen for 3 years, which is a fireside chat with Pharrell as well as Melanie Hobson. And Melanie is not only was the past chairman of Starbucks, but then also sits on the board of JP Morgan and is one of the partners with Ariel Investments, right? Her spouse is also the founder of Star Wars, his name?
That's George Lucas.
George Lucas,
Right.
right? And so
Yes.
I cannot promise you he's gonna be here, but like I don't know, someone doper to me is gonna be there, which is Melanie Hobson in conversation, and we're making sure that we leave some time for Q&A so people can ask both of them questions. And then we'll close it with a party with a very special surprise guest. I want to tell the world, but I'm gonna hold on to it. They just have to be, but it is a musical performance tomorrow night. And then Saturday from 2 p.m. until about 8 p.m. is a Fundable Founders Forum. And so Steve Stout, who founded Translation, as well as United Masters. It's a set of 4 master classes that we're doing over the course of that day. So Steve Stout, Nancy Twine, who has a phenomenal beauty company, Briogeo, Briogeo, thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong. Sorry about that. Briogeo, that she recently sold for 9 figures. She's doing a master class, as well as Linda Twine, who is an expert in body language and sales. And when I say that woman is like on fire in the sense that she will tell you everything that's going on in here that is stopping you from closing your next deal. It's not even the spoken stuff. It's all the body physiology and all the things. And so she is going to rearrange all the furniture in your head. And then we're going to close the last master class with Zoe, who is head of retail and learning at Louis Vuitton, who's been one of our partners. We do a learning lab with our entrepreneurs in New York, inside their headquarters. No one else gets access but the Black Ambition entrepreneurs. And so we're like, can you please let us bring that experience to Miami? And so that's the final masterclass before we open up a toast and a party in partnership with Black Professionals Network and the Greater Miami Tourism Bureau.
Oh man, this is a jam-packed, super valuable weekend. How can people attend? Is it like a ticketed price? Like how can people RSVP?
Yeah, so Fundable Founders Forum there is a ticket, right? Because we were like, we want to make sure serious entrepreneurs are going to put some skin in the game, and we are going to give them an ROI on that is tenfold by just being in the room and soaking up all the resources and information. And so we have VIP tickets, we have general admission, and then we have community partners that also have some very, very, very deep discounts because we want to make sure that the cost isn't prohibitive for any of the entrepreneurs that need to also be in the room.
So there's still time for them to get their tickets for the
Absolutely.
for the founders event. I heard the demo day is sold out. Like I heard there's no more room.
Demo day. We tried to tell everybody, right, to be in the room. And I think Latoya and her sisters and like what they have built with their company is just, one, they are a shining star. Two, I think they are just like the greatest role models for the new cohort that we're getting ready to welcome in on Monday. But I think they can speak to it. Like, make sure you're in the room, in the room.
Yes, and Latoya, speak to that because you've already gone through this whole process. What has attending these events, been like? If for someone like, I mean, myself, I've never attended, so I'm excited about going, and I'll be at the dinner tonight and the demo day tomorrow. Yeah,
Absolutely.
So tell people what they can are going to experience when they go.
And especially in Miami, as founders, a lot of times we feel like some events are a waste of time, right? You're kind of like you're in spaces and you're like, should I really be here? Like, I'm seeing the same faces. Where's the value? And I think that that's one of the things that Black Ambition is really keen on, is making sure that the time that you're spending is, like Felecia said, an ROI. You're going to get a return on your investment. So not only on the money that you spent, but on the time that you're giving. Yeah. And so, but with anything, right, just because you're in the room doesn't mean you're going to maximize the room. So if you're in the room, you have to work the room. So go in having a sense of who you maybe want to meet, who you want to talk to, what is your goal of being in there, so you could come back and walk away with some sort of an action item. And one of the things that I love to do when I'm in rooms is to sort of, you may not be able to hit everybody, but if you get that one person that could be that one change, that one connection, that one thing that could help catapult your business forward, then you've accomplished your mission. But you got to go in with that intention to know that you're there to do business. Not to just have fun and do a toast. You got to make some things happen.
That part. And before I let you ladies go, for people who are interested in applying for the Black Ambition Prize, maybe they're apprehensive, maybe they're not sure they fit the businesses that get funded. Like, what would you tell them? Like, I guess who are you looking to fund? And if someone is apprehensive, why should they apply? And Latoya, I'll start with you.
Yeah, no, definitely apply. I mean, grants are grants, right? So it's not you're not assuring just because you apply doesn't mean you're going to get it. But one of the things that I love to do when we apply for grants, because grant funding is literally the only sort of outside money that we've had. So we've raised more than $300,000 through grants over the years to fund the business. So one of the things that's really important is to make sure that you tell your story and you're authentic about it. And then two, that you have an actionable plan to use the money. And you're specific with how you're going to implement the money. And then how is that going to change the business? So when you're doing the application, don't be vague. Don't just use catchphrases and like marketing words. No, get real. Like be authentic with what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish. And when you do your video, make sure that you emote. Give that emotion through the camera so then that way the judges can feel it, because they're looking at your stuff based off of what you submitted. They may not know you personally. And if you don't get to the interview part, then they won't really have a chance to interact with you. So you really have to develop your package and make sure that you're pitching yourself to the best of your ability.
Love it. Thank you for breaking that down. Felecia, I would love to hear your take on it as well.
Yeah, I'm going to plug the Fundable Founders Forum again, because I think the best way to apply is, one, the applications will open in Q1 of next year, but two, the first session is all past Black Ambition Prize winners, right? In all different aspects. So I think if you want to pick someone's brain, like in person, then come to the first session and hear firsthand. We have Kristen with Mom Wines, right? They open up in all the American Airlines. It's like the wine that you're drinking is a Black-owned business that you're drinking, right? They're past Black Ambition Prize winner. We have Justin Turk, who's going to be moderating. He was our first year $1 million prize winner. His first company, they raised $10 million in revenue, right? $10 million in investment dollars, right? Like, he's there. We have D'Angelo as well with All Peeps. He actually has a contract with Black Ambition. So the person that runs our online community is a client, like we're his client, right? And so when we talk about the opportunities to learn firsthand and all different aspects of how the community supports, but then like how these entrepreneurs also pour back into the Black Ambition community, and then have been able to expand upon what they've done, the stores that Toya and her sisters have been able to launch in. And I know entrepreneurship is not easy. It's a grind, it's a grind. But I think if you want to know the experience, come and have conversations with those who have done it and have expanded upon our wildest dreams as an organization.
I love that. Thank y'all. You know what? I'm gonna apply again. I think I applied the first year and we weren't
Yeah.
in position yet, but I'm gonna apply again. It's just motivated me, and I hope that
Absolutely.
motivated other entrepreneurs out there to throw their hat in the ring and go for it. And at the very least, attend these events, get the networking, get the exposure. Like this, like you don't get this type of networking and programming in Miami a lot. So I'm like, we all need to show up and pack it out and sell it out, because like from what you said, it's so valuable for an entrepreneur.
And Janey, really quick, I think when you say like these things don't happen in Miami, I mean, I think if you even just kind of look at what's happening in Miami, that's all being led by Black women, is absolutely insane. And so not just like our programming, but you have Kanasha and Black Professionals Network's Legacy Conference that's happening the same weekend, right? You have the Links and like their book authors event that's happening the same weekend. You have Jermaine down in Broward and her pitch competition with Rick Ross. And so it's not even just like the celebrity aspect of it. It's like the influence of women and Black women in particular, kind of galvanizing people. And there's more Black people to go around, right? So it's not about competition. It's about how can we create as much opportunity as possible and collaborate in all aspects in what we do and how we show up for our people here in this city.
Absolutely. I'm glad you broke that down, because I didn't realize that all of the Black women were leading this kind of movement here in South Florida with these different events. I knew about BPN, but I didn't know about the event in Broward, and I knew about the Links. But I didn't look at it from that perspective. So I'm glad you broke that down, because to your point, there are people making the effort to put this program in here. We just gotta be tapped in and take advantage of it.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Ladies, is there any final thoughts before I let you guys go? How can people follow you? How can they get tickets? Latoya, let's start with you on how people can get the amazing cosmology products, and how can they follow you?
1,000%. No, thank you so much, Janey, for the time and the space to share. You can follow us at Cosmology across all social media, cosmology.com, KAZMALEJE.com. And you can find us in select Target, Walmart, CVS stores. For those who are salon professionals, you can buy us on saloncentric.com. We're on Amazon and, of course, on our website. So, and you'll see us around for Black Ambition Weekend.
Yay, I'll see y'all out there. And Felecia, how can people follow you and, figure out how to get their tickets for this weekend?
Absolutely. BlackAmbitionPrize.com, and all the links are there. Make it very easy for people to get their tickets.
And you have a podcast too. Can we just plug that real quick? Because your podcast is the bomb.
The So Ambitious podcast is phenomenal. We were actually spent 2 days, the past 2 days filming. Toya was on it on the first day as well. And so season 3 is out now, and episodes come out every other week. And so definitely tap in for the gems that are dropped, and how people are sharing how they bet the house and their So Ambitious moment that was catalytic for what they were building.
I love it. Thank you, ladies. This has been an amazing episode. Amazing conversation. Y'all, please come back when y'all got more information, more news to share with the High Low News family. I've loved both of y'all support of High Low News over the years. So thank y'all so much for coming on.
Thank you. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. So good. What's up, y'all? I am back. That episode was so good. That interview. I'm gonna just keep it on. If y'all follow me on Instagram, so I'm actually live right now on Instagram, so y'all could just catch the end of the show. I'm gonna keep it on and see how this goes. So hey, y'all. So if y'all see me looking, let me see if I can put y'all right at the same eye level. Let me put y'all right here. Come on, Instagram people. I see y'all over there, but. Okay, and the light is doing a little something. But yeah, that was a great interview. I love Felecia Hatcher. She actually was like one of the first like people of her like stature to me. She had done so much with her ice cream business, and then Black Tech Week and everything. And so she was an early like supporter, kind of like low-key mentor, like telling me a lot. And then Latoya and her sisters, we actually have a profile of them, Cosmology. If you search her on our website, you'll see that on the website. So just both of them are like go way back with High Low News and what we're doing. And just so really good to kind of do this follow-up interview and talk to them. So that was great. Awesome. Black women. Yeah, Black women are doing the thing. Y'all see how Black women are leading the charge in South Florida? I'm glad that she pointed that out because I didn't really even realize that when you think about it with Kanasha, Felecia, and she said the women in Broward and all these different events. I'm like, come on, Black women, y'all better save the day like we always do, putting it on our back like we always do. Yeah, that was cool. That was such a great info interview. People better go and learn how to be entrepreneurs. No, definitely. And I love, I'm mad I never had a chance to try her ice cream either. But also too, the event. So tomorrow's demo day is sold out, right? So you can't get tickets for that. However, the thing to me that's the meatiest thing that you should be going to is the Entrepreneur Forum on Saturday. And so there's still tickets available for that. So go to Black Ambition's Instagram page or Black Ambition Prize to get more information about the events that they have going on. I think Felecia Hatcher has it on her page. I've seen Pharrell has it on his page. And please, let's be clear about Pharrell. Like, for real? First of all, let's talk about the philanthropic work that he's doing through Black Ambition. Like the fact that he's like, yo, I'm going to invest in Black entrepreneurs and I'm going to give them $25,000, $50,000, $1 million prizes. Like, amazing the fact that he's done that. But it's super producer Neptunes. I know that you're carrying on. Never mind if I'm showing off. I was just fronting. That's one of my favorite songs of all time, right? So it's super producer, Grammy winner, all the winners, all the things, BET winner, American Music Award winner, all the things. Pharrell, right? Pharrell Williams. And he's coming to Miami and he's doing this event here. And people like me and you got an opportunity to go and be in these spaces. Like, yo, this is A1. You don't get no better than that. So if you got a little extra coin to get your tickets, and from what I don't know the exact price, but from what I heard, they're affordable. There are different places that you could get a discounted ticket. So go on their website, Black Ambition. The easiest way for me is to go to the Black Ambition Instagram page, and there's a link tree there. So I always tell people to go to their Instagram, and then you'll be able to get to the website to get your tickets. But yeah, child, yeah, y'all need to get the resources to get things, and tell them that Hello News sent you. Okay. But I'm so excited about meeting Pharrell. Can y'all tell? Because I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, we got some feel good news. I'm mad, y'all. I didn't do my y'all know we have graphics. I didn't do my graphics for the start of the news you can use segment. But we'll do it for the feel good news. Awesome, great interview, Janey. Bravo. Thank you. So y'all get into the feel good news. If y'all looking on Instagram, y'all just can hear it. But here go the feel good news story, our graphics. Backhand bouncing for the people on Instagram. Y'all, welcome to the Feel Good News segment. This is our segment where we like to share positive stories that are happening in our community and beyond. What's up, Amari Saki? Thank you for joining me today, friend. Hey. So let's get into the first story on the Feel Good News segment. The Northern Lights shone across the United States and part of South Florida. Ooh, that's cool. Let's get into that. Share this tab. I want to go see the Northern Lights. Has anybody gone and seen the Northern Lights? I heard it's beautiful. Like, it's something that you have to experience, right? And I remember there was a y'all remember that Netflix movie or TV show with Michael B. Jordan, and he got superpowers from the Northern Lights. I need my superpowers. I've been waiting on them for a very long time. But yeah, y'all get into this. Maybe we'll get our superpowers. Northern Lights shine across the U.S., including parts of South Florida, or parts of the South. If you've been seeing glowing streaks of pink, green, or purple dancing across the sky lately, that's not just nature showing off. That's the sun sending energy our way. Auroras, also known as the northern or southern lights, are results of solar outbursts, bursts of charged particles that stream from the sun and interact with Earth's magnetic field. When those particles reach our atmosphere, they collide with gases like oxygen and nitrogen, creating colorful light displays we can see from the ground. So I want to see how far we could see it. In a rare extreme cases, intense solar activity can cause power grid interruptions or satellite communication issues here on Earth. Thankfully, there's no concern for that right now. So if you have a chance to see the aurora, enjoy it safely from the ground. And so they need to tell us where we can see it from. Well, they got it on the map. So it's looking like Jacksonville and Miami are in the little situation if you're looking on the screen. So I didn't notice it. But if y'all, has anybody noticed that the lights been looking kind of crazy in the sky lately? I heard people go to Iceland to see the northern lights often. Yeah, I want to go. I want to go and check it out. What's up, Southern SoFlo Luxury Bookings, watching us on Instagram. Hey, y'all, everybody on Instagram. Hi, Javier. Hi, Ernisha, Sweet Bud, Miss Sweet Bud, I-95 Express Corridor. And who else was over here? Miss Nicole Bronson, who was our first MD interview. What's up, y'all? Oh, I see. Oh, y'all want me to engage with y'all on Instagram? Is that what it is? Hey, y'all. I'm just trying different ways of trying to expand the podcast, y'all, and trying to get more people to know that we do this. So if y'all want to see the full show, if you're watching on Instagram, come over to YouTube or Facebook, and you can see all the production and all the screens I'm sharing and stuff. So we do that over there. But y'all, I'm just letting y'all listen in to me as I talk shit. The next story on the Feel Good News You Can Use segment is come on, run a show. Y'all, it's too much stuff open. I already know that's where I was moving to. Hey, y'all. Hey there. I see y'all waving over there on Instagram. Y'all gonna make the people on YouTube get jealous because I don't be talking to them that much. No, I'm just saying. I talk to everybody. I'm trying to see the next thing on the thing. Stop sharing. Fuck. This is making me mad. See, y'all pray we get a bigger budget so I can actually have a producer doing all this on the back end for me. Oh, South Florida Luxury Bookings on Instagram asks, when is the next live audience for the podcast? Actually, you missed my announcement, but I'm going to say it now. We're going to be doing our first Can We Talk Live podcast event November 21st at 7 p.m. at the CoSpace in partnership with the CoSpace and MD. So that is going to be next week, Friday at 7 p.m. So y'all make sure that y'all come pull up on us. And the topic for that episode is going to be how can local businesses and nonprofits take advantage of local media to amplify their brands and amplify their stories and messaging. So y'all don't want to miss it. It's free 99, free for you to attend. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all pull up. So the next story in our runner show is founder of Miami's I Have a Dream program empowers children to reach educational career goals. That's what's up. That is what's up. Let's see what they're talking about over here with the career goal stuff. Hey, and Jima. Oh, cool. Post it so I can share. No, I'm gonna post it. SoFlo Luxury Bookings. We gonna share that. So I just need to get the flyer made. But while I'm on here talking about it, I'm like, well, let me tell y'all right now that we gonna do it. So y'all help me sell it out and pack out the thing so people could come to our first event. So I could keep doing live podcast event for Can We Talk podcast, and hopefully we get some sponsors. And also too, if you want to be an in-kind sponsor, if you got a little liquor brand or a food brand and you want to be a part of our live event, I'll create a package for you for some trade. You could get some advertising. We'll give you opportunity to showcase your stuff at the live event. Come on our podcast as well. So anybody who has, I'm looking for liquor brands, or if you have a juice brand or a water brand or food, I want to have some refreshments at the event. So if you interested in it, or if you just want your business to sponsor, maybe that's not what your business does, but you want to give me a few coins to sponsor it and we put together a package for you, we could do that as well. Because I could go buy some wings from the Publix and I could go buy some fries from the Burger King and put it all together for the people. I'm not going to do that, but still we could cater the food and you could sponsor it. So there's different ways for y'all to work with me, and I'm going to figure out some packages as time goes on. But back to our feel good news story. Y'all know I be having ADD a little bit. The founder of Miami's I Have a Dream program empowers children to reach educational career goals. A local nonprofit is working to ensure that children have the opportunity to pursue higher education, fulfill their potential, and achieve their dreams. Stephanie Trump founded, is she related to Donald Trump? Stephanie Trump, I'm just playing Stephanie, founded the Miami chapter of the nonprofit I Have a Dream 30 years ago. Our biggest goal is to try and break the cycle of poverty by giving them education and not only a college degree, but also a trade or career, anything that can help them earn a living, said Trump. I Have a Dream Foundation motivates and empowers children from low-income areas to reach their educational career goals by providing long-term mentoring, tutoring, enrichment, and tuition assistance for higher education. So shout out to them. Y'all can read that full story now on the CBS News Miami site. And shout out to Miss Stephanie Trump, no relation to Donald Trump. And yeah, shout out to her. Next story on our another award. This is about Alexis Calatayud to receive National Rising Star Award for bipartisan leadership. Sorry, Alexis, if I'm butchering up your name, but let's get into this in our last feel good news story. Hire some college intern to help you out, sis. If you want to help me figure that out, we can. Here's the thing. I'm gonna get y'all remind me to tell y'all about why I don't like interns. So let me get through this feel good news story and I'm gonna tell y'all why. So Alexis Calatayud to receive National Rising Star Award for bipartisan leadership. Her dedication to building bipartisan solutions demonstrates the power of rising lawmakers to create meaningful, lasting impact. She's a Miami Republican. Senator Alexis Calatayud, I'm going to just say Senator Alexis, will be recognized in the nation's capital this month for her bipartisan approach to tackling some of Florida's toughest policy challenges. And the Rising Star Award recognizes Gen Z and millennial lawmakers who make work across party lines to address critical issues for the constituents and the nation. She has championed affordable housing, early education, and services for individuals with disabilities, drawing on her experiences in youth civic engagement and state education policies to deliver results. You know what? And I want to do more. I want to have more Republican elected officials on the show. So somebody know Alexis Calatayud, Calatayud, Senator Alexis, y'all get her people over to me, and I'm gonna do my due diligence to reach out to her. But I think this would be a good interview to be able to have her come on and talk about this award. But I want to make sure that we start showing more bipartisan stories and interviews, because this is a platform for everybody. Everybody could come here and tell their story and tell what they have going on. We could talk to them firsthand. So I want to make sure that we start reaching out more to the Republican elected officials. And I see y'all dropping off. Ooh, I said Republicans, y'all don't like that. That's true times I want to go for myself. So yeah, shout out to all the stories in the feel good news segment. And I'm gonna tell y'all why, since SoFlo Luxury Bookings asked me about interns. I have the best interns I've had were high school students that I worked with from Miami-Dade County schools, and they pay the kids to work with nonprofits. The reason why I didn't keep it going is because I don't have a program director for interns, and I didn't have a managing editor at the time to be able to manage them and make sure they get their assignments. So if I do it again, I'll do it through Miami-Dade County, because I do believe that interns should be paid. And they were great to work with. And actually last week, Mark Samuels, the creator of the series, the movie series Murder Gardens, his daughter was one of my interns through Miami-Dade County Public Schools. And so also too, my friend Tammy, her goddaughter, and another beautiful young lady joined us. We had 3 young women. Y'all can actually search that on our website, and we actually profiled our interns, but they were good to work with, but they needed a lot of training and news. And so I just didn't have the capacity to do it. So at some point, I'm gonna figure out how to bring back the internship for Miami-Dade County public school students. And I was talking really preliminary with a teacher of mine who's works at Miami Northwestern. She's a journalism teacher. And I actually talked to two of the school board members, actually Dr. Steve Gallen and Dr. Dorothy Bendross-Mendengal, about what I need to do to be able to get our fellowship internship program into Miami Northwestern with the students in a journalism class, working with the teacher to get the training. And then they would work with me on like getting their assignments done and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's how we'll be able to bring our interns back. But the college interns that I work with, South Florida Luxury Bookings, like they was lazy and they work ethic. I just don't deal with them Gen Zers like that. if they don't got the guidance of a teacher working with them. Somebody told me a workaround is to work with grad students. So I'm gonna research into that to work with some grad students in the journalism program. But them undergrad girls and boys, don't bring them my way. I just did not have the best experience. I'm not saying I will never work with an intern again, but I gotta have a whole system built out for interns before we work with college students, undergrads again, because them girls was taking the assignments and then the day before saying, I ain't doing it no more, I got finals. Why would you knew finals was coming before you took this assignment? Why would you even take it? I can't deal with that. If they are, these influencers have destroyed how college interns work. I agree. If they're in college or high school, they need credits for the classes. That wasn't even enough for them kids. We paying them, we giving them credits. It was just not enough for them. Yeah, let's get some Republicans on high low here. But yes, I want that. Let's get some Republicans on here. So y'all, the hot topic for today, I'm going to show the graphic, but I ain't really too hot about it, but I'm going to show it. So the hot topic today is about Donald Trump wanting to create a 50-year loan. Hey Nisha, it's Naishia. Is that how you say your name? Nashia? It's Nashia. Donald Trump I heard about this 50-year mortgage. Everybody know it's bullcrap, but we gonna get into it real quick. Okay. CNN, agreed. Take all my cookies and whatever else you want from my computer. But anyways, just real quick, how y'all feel about this proposal for the 50-year mortgage? I think it's bullshit. I looked into it, and you only let's just say if the mortgage is $2,500, if you get a 50-year mortgage at the rate that they're talking about, if it's $2,500, it may go down to 23 or 22. That ain't enough money to be in debt for 50 years. I can promise you not doing that. Did you share about how donations going to Jamaica was stolen? Not all. I did not talk about that, but let me know who was stealing donations from Jamaica. I would not mess with Jamaica people like that. That was crazy, and people trying to help. You send me, if you have a SoFlo luxury bookings, if you have a link to that story that I could share, DM it to me, because I didn't hear about that, but we definitely share about that, because y'all know we did our work with Mr. Buju Banton, our interview with him. But yeah, the 50-year mortgage is not a good idea. The first time, let me read this. Most first-time home buyers in the United States take out 30-year mortgages. Under a new proposal from Trump administration, may soon have an even longer loan option. This week, President Trump introduced a new idea to tackle home affordability. A 50-year mortgage loan. Federal Housing Agency Director Bill Pulte called the proposal a complete game changer. While Trump's proposal is light on details, the administration said a 50-year mortgage would lower monthly payments, helping more Americans currently priced out of the market. But many housing experts warn that the plan could backfire, raising the cost of homeownership by stretching out payments, adding more interest over time, and driving up home prices. Yeah, I'm not doing no 50-year mortgage. Would y'all do a 50-year mortgage? And so, like I said, the way it broke down with the proposed situation for the interest rate, or the proposed interest rate, you would be saving a few $100s a month. If it was going to be $1,000 off, then yeah, maybe I would do it. Hey, Lady Speaks Official. I would have did it, but not to be saving a few $100s and to add another 20 years worth of mortgage payments to my debt. No, this is not good. And this only helps the banks. Shout out to who actually I always shout him out, Funky Dineva. He actually is a trained, educated accountant before he got into the YouTube media space. So he actually did a really great breakdown of it. So I would encourage you to go watch his show from last night to check it out, because he broke down how that will work and all the financial terms and all the stuff that I'm not educated on, but I do know that just from reading and my research on it, that it's not a huge savings if you do a 50-year mortgage, and it just adds on 20 years worth of debt to stretch out. And you could die with a house, and now your family got to live with another 40 years of a mortgage. This just seems like it's going to keep poor people poor. 50 years, are you trying to pass a mortgage down to your kids? Exactly. And so and now the average home buying age, the median home buying age is 40 now. So imagine if you got a 50-year loan at 40. That means you paying off that house at 90. That's what 4 plus 5. Y'all know. Look, I'm a journalism major. I ain't no math major, so my mental math is not that good, and calculators did not help at all. But you almost 100 years old. If the average age now of people buying houses, maybe if we was buying houses at 10 years old, then maybe a 50-year mortgage could work, right? But we not gonna do that. At this age, at this big age, no, we're not doing that. Hey, what's up? Just sent to your DM. Okay. What's up, cool Spittlemo? But yeah, that's crazy. They want people in debt. So y'all be mindful. But I mean, I'm just like this. You could vote for whoever you want to. You could like whoever you want to like. But I think it's very interesting that a lot of the policies that Donald Trump has put into place or proposed are financial benefits for rich people. And he's a rich person. So yeah, y'all just do your own. I don't like to tell y'all how to think, but my personal opinion is, especially he coming out of the real estate game, and this is a mortgage play, there's definitely a play for him to make some money. I'm just allegedly, this is my personal opinion. This is what I think he has going on, because 50 years of debt is crazy. And it's so crazy that even extreme Republican, Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, no, this is not a good idea. So you already know if the Republicans, if a strong Republican saying no, you already know this is not a good idea. I hope nobody do that. Trump only cares about rich white men. Say it again. That's crazy. Yes, it is. Hey, Arnold Law, what's up, y'all? Over there watching up. Nope, not doing it. And I'm sure the next generation will be against it and find a way to get around it. I hope they do. SoFlo luxury bookings. Y'all, but that's all I got. It was a slow news week. Ain't too much happened in the political world locally or whatever. So we ain't had too much to dig into. I do next week want to get into Representative Ashley Gant being sued by former Representative James Bush, whose seat she took over. So we're going to get into that next week. But y'all, this has been another great show. What's up, Ed? Y'all watching over there on Instagram. I'm about to say good night to y'all. If y'all want to finish the show, come follow us over there on YouTube and on Facebook. This is my weekly podcast, my live show. I was testing out something today, going live on Instagram, so y'all can kind of get a preview of what we do. But I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all and come back over here to the YouTube people. Bye, y'all. Love y'all over here at Instagram land. So yeah, this has been a great show. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. And we were a little bit on time today. No, I was about 6 minutes late. We started at like 3:06. But thank y'all for tuning in. As always, make sure y'all are following us on all social media platforms. Sign up for our email newsletter. Share this with a friend. Go to HalloNewsMiami.com to sign up for our email newsletter. Follow us on all social media platforms. Today has been a great day. Y'all check out my story. I'm gonna be posting some pictures and stuff from the dinner today with Pharrell. And all the people at the Black Ambition team at the So Ambitious dinner. I got an hour and a half to get dressed and to get down there. If y'all know me, anybody know, y'all already know, I'm probably gonna get there a little bit after 6, and I gotta get in Miami traffic. Now I did do my makeup already. That's why I'm gonna look a little bit pretty today. So that took off some time, but I gotta go get this hair together and snatch my body into a girdle real quick, as my grandma called them, girdles, and get ready for the event. But today was fun. I'm gonna try to be on time. I ain't even no promises. I'm working. Them people will understand. But I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. We are going to pay some bills. And also to shout out to our producer, Ashley J, for helping me produce the show. Shout out to the whole Halo News editorial and operations team for all the great work that y'all are doing. And get into this Alonzo Mourning ad. You know what? I think that campaign ended, so we could just do the ending of our show. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.